Why did we start farmers markets?
I mean, we started, in 2020 or 2021?
2020. It was COVID, and maybe July, June. It was June, I think. We just kind of we got to figure something out.
Yeah, because
It was more of a momentum thing, I feel like, which it wasn't really money because I looked up, we were doing like $400 a market, which isn't like bad, but it's not like this is going to make or break our business numbers. But it was kind of a momentum, like, let's get something positive. Our stores were closing.
Yeah.
We just didn't really have any really bright spots. So let's just do farmers markets, get out in the sun and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just, I think that looking back, that's more what it was for us, I think.
And we did start at smaller ones. And I think the main point of this conversation is to say that, like, if you are a coffee shop or a roaster doing farmers markets, will eventually be profitable. Like, but we did start small. It was easy. We had tea, cold brew. It was just like, we just started simple.
Yeah.
And we actually still do simple, but we started at smaller ones to kind of figure it out. That helps you, like, determine, okay, we don't need tea. Like, we stopped doing tea. We just did cold brew. So, yeah, that's the kind of the point of this, is to say that is somewhere where you can look into when you have a coffee shop or a coffee roaster, is farmers markets.
So what do we sell currently?
Yeah, at the farmers market. So we are at the Des Moines Farmers Market every weekend for 6 months of the year, May through October. And we only sell cold brew and hot coffee with sweet cream or regular cream. So cold brew with sweet cream is kind of like our drink, like I would say, like as of recent, like in the past few years. And those are the things that we sell at the market. We'll have like water bottles, but honestly, that's it.
Yeah.
And we have energy drinks.
Yes.
We have energy drinks, and those are actually, they can get popular.
Yeah.
I will say it's just so easy to do it, so there's like no reason not to. You just get a can of some energy drink and syrups.
But we just keep it really simple.
Yeah.
Have I think our menu has like 4 things on it.
Yes.
So a big part of that is people know what they're getting. There's a big picture of a cold brew and a big picture of an energy drink. That's half our menu, is just 2 pictures. So it's like, there's no guessing and there's no having to communicate.
Yeah, there's not a lot of waiting. So a lot of there's competition or whatever at the market. There's several coffee places, and some of them have espresso machines. And it's just, that's tough because people are waiting.
Yeah.
And then they're waiting, like, in the heat, which it's hot anyways. You're not going inside, but it's like just waiting in the heat is something that's extraordinarily annoying. Or in the cold, and it's just our customers at the farmers market, because it's such a simple menu, are just like in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very quick.
Yep.
And so we do that so we can create as much.
So we decided not to do an espresso machine.
Yes.
We didn't have one initially because we didn't even know, but then we're like, we are choosing not to have an espresso machine for this reason.
Yeah.
Everything just gets more complicated. An espresso machine at a farmer's market requires energy and a solid table because it weighs hundreds of pounds, and water source, and
we don't
and
have to do any of that.
for no benefit to your own, like you're not. A cold brew costs the same as an espresso, like, and people know what they're getting. It's not, there's just no real benefit to an espresso machine at a farmer's market.
Yeah, and when people come and they ask, like, do you have any lattes, or do you have, especially an iced latte, like a cold brew with sweet cream is going to taste
we tell
similar.
people, they say, hey, do you have a caramel latte? And we're like, no, but we have cold brew with sweet cream. Cold brew is like, it's coffee and there's sweet cream.
Yeah.
And we have a vanilla sweet cream that's kind of similar. Like 95% of the times they're just like, okay, that sounds good.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And they love it. So it's, I would say if you are thinking about doing the market, unless you are really wanting to do the espresso drinks.
Yeah. If you're in a different situation, like there's permanent farmers markets
Yeah.
And there's other things, but yeah, cold brew is just so simple. So I guess the next question, why do we still do farmers markets?
I mean, it became profitable.
Yeah.
We
And-
started the small ones, and then we went to the Des Moines Farmers Market, which
Yeah.
is one of the biggest ones in the Midwest.
Uh-huh.
And it's actually a pop up every. So it's not like a permanent one. We set it up
Yeah.
every Saturday for 6 months, and it takes up blocks of downtown Des Moines, and it became profitable. People know that we're going to be there. We have the same spot every year. They know, and
Yeah.
we still we will get regulars from our store come down to the market just to come to the market, or we'll have people that'll say, "Oh, where are you located? I just moved here," or, I have never seen one of your shops because they live on the other side of town. They don't know where Friedrichs is, and they're getting it, and then we tell them where our shops are. It's just worth it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I do kind of question because I have said things like current coffee shop owners should not start a coffee cart or start catering. I kind of say that this month a lot. A few times I've said that this month because it's January.
Well, yeah.
And it's like slow and you get tempted. Oh, a coffee cart, that might be another thing that kind of boosts. But then things just get busy after January. So I'm like, am I kind of a hypocrite for doing a farmer's market when I say not to do a coffee cart?
Well, go ahead.
I guess I just thought that, and I think our farmer's market, it is pretty fun and simple. I think is a big part of the reason why we do it. It is profitable, and it's not like we have a pretty good situation.
Yes.
Where it's not taking away from our coffee shops in any way.
No.
Where if I was a single coffee shop owner and I was doing a coffee cart or a farmer's market, it's possible that I would take resources, time and energy from my coffee shop to just create a new thing, which is the difference. I wouldn't do it in that situation.
Correct. And we didn't start doing these until the business was nearly 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't something that we just started right away.
Yeah.
We had a very established business. It was COVID. We were like, okay, we got to do something.
Yeah.
Let's get into markets. I'm glad we did it, but I would never imagine doing a coffee cart. If you're pulling from your main business, you don't want to do that. It's very scheduled. It is like a coffee cart isn't always like that. So we are every Saturday from this time to this time. We have the certain people that do the market.
Yeah.
It's very structured.
Yeah, we have 4 or 5
and so if you
people,
can, if you can do that,
Yeah.
then it's worth it. But if it's just you trying to start a coffee cart while you have your shop, and then you're out of the shop, and then it's that's not.
then you're
We
working-
would never do it if it was that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So just real quick, our average revenue last year was $2,100, and we make 50% profit on that, which is pretty good for coffee shop numbers. And that $2,100 is on par with our shops on a busier Saturday.
Yeah. Also, there's you have to remember this. This is just something I thought of. There's no waste.
Yeah.
At the market, there's no milk waste. There's just no waste.
Yeah, for us,
unless we mess it up. But then but that's very few. So
we just make 40 to 50 gallons of cold brew, make sweet cream the day before, just get our truck loaded up. One tip that we did find is you can get ice the day before, put it in our truck in the heat of the summer, and nothing melts overnight, which I think is just, no one talks about that. I see so many places at the farmer's market have to go to a gas station at 4 a.m, drop $100 just on ice.
So what are you saying? So you're okay.
Well,
so
so we
you get
just-
ice. I want you to explain.
Yeah. So we have just one of our coffee shops has a bigger, produces a ton of ice. We just take 2 coolers there, fill it up, put it in the back of our van. That's on Friday. So Friday at noon. So it lasts a whole 20 hours in the peak of the summer heat. and
Which here in
it's
Iowa is
still
like
good.
can be up to 100 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's hot.
Um,
And you're saying in the cooler, like if you have a good cooler, it will hold your ice, and that's like worth the investment to get really good big coolers if you're going to do something like this instead of trying to rush and do it in the morning. Yeah.
And I would say if you don't have a coffee shop, I would go to any church or anywhere that has any sort of big production place to see if you can get ice from them the day before. I would just do anything opposed to just buying a ton of ice at a gas station in the morning. But
well, yeah. I mean, if you have to go
if you
buy
can.
ice, then just buy it the day before.
Yeah. So, just one thing we learned. We already said what's on the menu. So, how is our farmers market compared to our shops? Menu and prices.
I think prices are similar.
Yeah.
The menu, I mean, it's like significantly decreased, but we already talked about that. But the
Yeah.
prices are pretty similar. I mean, we do like
We do
round it just so it's easier.
Rounded numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But besides that, it's
not crazy.
the prices are similar.
I think we just rounded it up. Mm-hmm. It's like $7 for a cold brew with sweet cream, which people never think twice about.
No.
Yeah. Speed and staffing.
Yeah, we just have certain people that we have to the market because not everybody wants to do that.
Yeah.
It's a
commitment.
It's a commitment, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Significantly different than working in the store.
Yeah.
But in the speed, we're fast because of our small menu, and then the staff, we just kind of pick a handful of people, and we just rotate that.
And I will say last Memorial Day, we had 3 people do $4,000 in 5 hours, which is just insane.
That's insane.
Which is just kind of nonstop. With 3 people, that's impossible at a coffee shop.
Oh, no,
like
you're not
even
doing
if
that.
you had a line out the door for 5 hours straight, you couldn't do that
because of the espresso machine.
Yeah.
And the smoothies and the blenders.
Yeah.
That's why though.
So
and
that is like that's the real benefit if you can find a situation like our situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can you just get in the zone. I guess to go off of that, how do you find who is the right employee for a market shift?
Well, usually I pick them, but I usually kind of put feelers out a month before, just see who's interested. People will usually, like the baristas will come and say like, hey, I'd like to do this.
Yeah.
I do like asking people from the roastery. All of us have been baristas here before, and in our situation, because of how much we have to do, we have to come to the roastery and like do things. So it's always nice to have somebody from here, and then just an experienced barista. And I only say, you don't have to. Honestly, you don't have to be experienced. I mean, we have a teenager do it sometimes, but but it's just nice for them to be there because of how busy it will be. Mm-hmm. They won't break under pressure. Mm-hmm. But it's not for everyone, and not everyone wants to do it. So you'll find that. I think
so. Yeah, people that can. I think silent communication or a sixth sense sort of, that's really important. If you know someone that has that can like.
Yes,
you're making a drink, or there's a line. We have 2 handheld registers. If there's a big line, we can kind of double up on people and then run back and make it, and kind of like know where everyone else is at and fill in the gaps instead of like someone is locked in. I'm just the ice filler guy. Like you can't have someone like that.
And some people have that quality.
Yeah.
More than others.
Yeah. No. So, real quick, I'll just talk about our day. We get everything, all of the dry stuff in a van here at our office the day before. We have a fridge with all the cold brew. We'll make that a few days before.
Yeah. Do you usually do that? The cold brew?
Make the cold brew and then strain it and dilute it to the right amount.
And it's like messy and a lot, but
it can be.
That's why you do it.
Yeah. We have the first year we kind of hacked it together. After that, we got a big system, just a big kettle with a strainer in it that's really consistent. And that really helps a ton. Then the morning of, we just fill the van. Anything in the fridge goes into the van. We just brew hot coffee and go.
Yeah.
Um,
You load the van the
Yeah.
night before, the day before.
yeah, and I think a big part to the profitability is one person can do the start and end.
Yes.
One person does the loading up, setting up the tent. Other people come through the day, but then they help clean up, but only one person comes back,
And
cleans and
unloads.
unloads, which is just huge for the sake of profit. Like,
Yeah.
I see other people. Another question we have is how we compare ourselves to what we learn from other people. But I see like 4 people come, help set up, and they're there before us. So that
And
means
after.
they're paying. Yeah, they're there before us and after us. They're paying 4 times the amount
Yep.
of people for a longer span of time.
Yeah.
So if you're not like really diligent and just looking at these numbers, I think you can get over your head pretty quick.
Yes, I
Um,
agree. It will quickly become not profitable.
Yeah.
It's not worth it at all.
So it is when you can really just
Again, that's about finding the right people, though.
the right people. Yeah.
You have to have the right people that are going to be okay with doing that.
Yeah. What is one thing we will never bring back on our menu? I guess we will. Our menu saw it. What's one thing we took off our menu?
Off the market menu?
Yes. Okay.
Tea?
We took tea and lemonade off.
Okay.
And we used to do Italian sodas. We used actually at our
We
first menus,
Do still.
we did hand squeezed lemonade. We had the
Yeah, we just.
State Fair press.
Yeah.
Did that, which we could do because it was slow and we were just kind of figuring it out.
Yes.
But
no.
then over time we realized that's kind of a cool thing to see. But once there's a line of people that are just coming anyway, there's not any attraction you need. You just need to get stuff to them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, there are other stands that can do that.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't think we would bring that back. Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say we would never, ever bring back tea, but,
No.
like, it's just not,
yeah, it was a smaller mover.
definitely not
Not for
fresh lemonade.
Yeah.
Fresh squeezed lemonade.
One thing we did learn is we have like a 12-foot flag we got this last year, and I do think that helps
Yes.
just with visibility. Just the big coffee. People come into the market, they're looking for coffee. If you have a giant sign that says coffee on it.
Yeah, it opens like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. Just being as visible as possible.
Yeah, I think, like you said, we found that out this year.
Mhm.
Like, that was when we really committed to, like, making sure people could see us from, like, all points.
Yeah.
And they do. And I think it spoke for itself.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Um,
How many times have we said yeah?
enough.
1,000 times.
Would we still do this if it wasn't fun?
I wouldn't, but I don't know if the business would.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like the answer is no for us. Yeah, it's a fun thing for us to do. If it wasn't fun, I don't know. There's enough other things to do that aren't fun that are just
Yeah, I will say that
more-
it's like our stores pick up around the same time as the market,
Yeah.
so it's not like we don't have other things to do.
Yeah. A big part of it is because it is fun and we can share the load.
Mm-hmm.
When you're running one Saturday, if you do every Saturday, yeah, it's not going to be fun.
No.
If you're working 5 days a week, then you have to wake up and do a 12-hour farmer's market on a Saturday.
It's not 12 hours, is it?
8 hours
Okay.
from front to back. It's about 8 hours,
What?
not 12. 8 hours
Okay.
front to back, I'd say.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it becomes not fun. But
and there's enough other things. If you think of things that are not fun to do, to grow a coffee shop, like the list is pretty endless.
yes,
So, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Do you have a question you'd like to add?
No, but you know what? I did want. This is just on my mind. It has nothing to. Well, I guess it could kind of tie in, but this has nothing to do with the farmers market subject. I just want to add this before it slips my mind, and because it's like fresh, it's currently happening. When you have a good employee and they decide to leave to like pursue whatever they have a degree in, or they're moving, and they and you guys part on good terms, and then they ask to come back because they're in between jobs or they're trying to find something new or whatever, and you have the availability to give them, like, it's okay to let them come back and help you. Again, that has like nothing to do with the subject, but I just think it's important. And also, this message is for the employees, it's for the baristas as well, because ending on a good note with an employer that you respect or that you enjoyed working for is so important.
Yeah.
I cannot stress that enough. This is not my first job. I have been in the working industry for many years, and this is just my final one. And that is so important. So, like, if you ever are going to leave, just make sure you end on a good note, because you never know what's going to happen. And that is also coffee shop owners. Like, make sure that you respect your employees as long as they respect you, and end on a good note, because you never know when you're going to be in a bind. We are in a bind. It currently happened in this span of a week, and I had an employee that I genuinely loved having on the team, and she left just to pursue what her degree was in. And now she's in between jobs. She wants some extra hours for a few months, and I gladly will give them to her. I mean, she was and so my point is, like, it's okay to do that.
Yeah.
But just hiring an ex-employee that was toxic, don't do that. Like, no matter your bind, don't do that.
And I feel like it is a little, maybe just human nature to find fault in other people's, maybe burn bridges because you're not going to use that bridge. Like, I don't work there anymore, so let me just trash talk them on the way out, so I feel like I'm in the right.
Yeah.
Like, I can justify what I'm doing.
Or just be an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't do that.
Yeah. And just, because we've had employees where I feel like that happens, where they're on their way out and then they stop caring, they stop showing up on time.
100%. They're like spamming your reviews. Yes.
Or like they put their 2 weeks notice in and they're like, just no. Like, we've turned down 2 weeks notices before because we just know, like,
what will happen.
Yeah.
Like, no, you just don't have to come back.
Yeah, just stop.
Because
So that is a really good important note.
It's just so important to, like, just don't burn your bridge. You just never know. Unless you, like, I guess if you want to burn your bridge and you have no intention of ever needing them or you needing your employer ever again, but you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't. So.
Yeah.
That was just my
That's a good
little
note.
tidbit I wanted to add.
To end on.
Yep.
Well, cool. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. See you next time. We said too many times, and we interrupted.